There is something that you are bringing into being, that you are looking at that sort of irresistible force, immovable object. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Welcome back if you've been here before, and hello to any new visitors to the channel. Now, I did do readings for Mars transits Capricorn, which initially was going to be Mars ingress Capricorn, but hey ho, you know, time passes, events happened. So I'm vaguely on time with Saturn ingressing Aquarius. Now, Saturn is only making a brief-ish visit into Aquarius before it goes retrograde and returns back to all this wonderful Capricorn energy that we've all been experiencing, and then moves forward again towards Aquarius at the end of the year, I believe. But I thought it might be useful to look at the energies that Saturn brings with its brief visit into Aquarius. To quote, I think it was horoscope.com or something, grounded Saturn helps unconventional Aries get its act together. So Saturn is the ancient ruler of Aquarius. So Saturn, that's now Uranus, which as we all know is in Taurus at the moment with Venus. But Saturn is at least at home in Aquarius, and all of a sudden it should be that time is turning on our side to help us bring the more unconventional into our lives, or bring the more unconventional into being. At least that's the ideal hope from this incredibly amateur and not at all an astrologer. So that's what I'm looking at. My notes. That's what I'm looking at, is the energies that Saturn's brief visit to Aquarius are bringing and how best we can use them. So any details about the reading is in the description below. There's a link there for your free birth chart as well, because with these sort of readings you want to watch your sun sign, your moon sign and your rising sign, especially the rising sign, because in ancient astrology that was the most important one. All the other details are down below. This is a general reading, so I suppose general reading rules apply, but it's more of an oracle card based reading than a standard tarot reading spread anyway. So there isn't exactly a past and a present. We're looking at what energies are coming in and how best to deal with them. And on that note, let me bring up the cards. Okay, Libra, and welcome Libra rising if you jumped ahead using the timestamp. And Libra moon, obviously I'm a Libra moon, so I think this will have something to tell me. Now, this is looking incredibly positive. You're the second person to have the energy of the reading to be the Eight of Wands, things moving fast, and there does look to be quite a bit of change coming up for you, to be honest. This is an opportunity for you to take advantage of all the very many things that are going on around you to set your course, to go, right, I know how I'm going to get my wishes fulfilled. If you're Libra rising, this is in your 5th house. It says here where you have fun, romance and create things that you are proud of. So this could easily be a love reading. This could also be a reading about something that you are bringing into being, that you are creating. And this entire Saturn in Aquarius seems to be, from all the readings I've done so far, your number 7 of course, it seems to be about creating. It seems to be about following your passion, finding that which is really uplifting you. Some people are having an easier job than others on this, admittedly. Or more importantly, some people are having a harder job with this than others. But it is time for you to use your voice. It says here, share your voice, come out of the cage, persecution and expression. If there is some way that you have been protecting yourself against something, I think you can stop it now, because a treasure is going to be unveiled to you very shortly. But this is as a result of your own efforts. You cannot have wish fulfillment unless you actually make a wish. But we have here the two dropped out of the Quantum Oracle. We have the Loving Man and Discovery. So, new partner, possibly. Either that you are the new partner, or that, you are the loving man, or that the loving man comes into your life, or both. But also the finding that sense of relationship and commitment and what have you with something new, something that makes you go, oh, and look, it's clarified by commitment, for God's sake. There's one of roses. But also by finding that fire, like you have in a really good relationship, awakening with some form of topic or project that makes you go, yes, 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 I want to do this. I don't just want to do this, I want to do this for a living. I want to spend all my time doing this. But you have got to be led with this, and there's an element, I'm so sorry, I hate this phrase, divine timing. We have Ehuia, whatever that particular angel's name is, she represents, submission to a higher order. Which also makes me think, right, yeah, it's coming, not right now. There's things to put into play first. And definitely I've discussed in other readings how Saturn dashing into Aquarius, coming back to Capricorn, then surging forward to Aquarius properly, is what you do during this Saturn in Aquarius season will really bring dividends and really manifest when Saturn moves into Aquarius properly after its retrograde. But you can't have wish fulfillment without a wish, which is that point I was saying a few moments ago. You need to somehow express what your wish is, even if your wish is simply to be heard, and that is what opens some form of treasure to you. That is what, through the efforts that you do by reacting to it, it's almost like with this Eight of Wands, I'm getting, I can't remember I think it's Apocalypse Now, but remember that iconic scene of someone racing through a battlefield, and behind them there's like poof, 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 explosions going off around them that they're just managing to dodge each time. A little bit like me wandering through my mother's house trying to avoid the motion sensor detected air fresheners. Sometimes I feel like that. You're running through and all you can hear behind you is psh, 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 and that's that sort of feeling I'm getting from this Eight of Wands, that there's so much going on around, even though right now we're all stuck in our homes. We are all hopefully isolated or self-isolated or practicing social distancing and going out as little as possible. Can I stress that? Because it doesn't really matter wherever you are in the world right now, that's a good idea to do. Just while this virus expends itself one way or another. Yes, I'm using very medical and technical terms. You can see my doctorate on my wall. Look, in that little blank blue space, maybe I'll point to a blue space that's got that you can actually see and not behind the other camera. So yes, no medical advice here. But that aside, stay home. But that's not what I'm seeing in the cards. Well, it doesn't... I'm not seeing that in the cards. Things happen anyway. You know, there's phone calls, there's communication, there's events, there's certainly world events. There's all sorts of things going on around you. And this is what I feel with that Eight of Wands. It's things are changing around you, but it is endemic on you to add your voice to that choir. It is endemic for you to say, well, while all this change is going on, here's what I want. But there is an element of divine timing, submission to a higher order. And it's the higher order that is hoping to inspire you to a whole new level of where you can manifest something that you're successful in and that you really enjoy in, but it's going to bring change. And I think there's going to be challenge. I meant to look this card up beforehand because it's not one I've encountered before. No, that's the wrong way in the book. This War of the Roses. But it almost seems like whatever effort you put forward would be met by an equal effort. But again, I'm seeing more reenactment with this card than I'm seeing the actual War of the Roses. Let's see what it says. This card depicts a war within a relationship and or a battle within your heart about a relationship. Bear in mind, this is in your 5th house, so this will be quite relevant. More often, this relationship is romantic in nature, but the card could refer to a co-worker, partner, boss, or family member. There could be power plays, and at the very least, there is a lack of reciprocity and communication. Now, that flies in the face of what I was just feeling about the equal and opposite reaction. So take that if it's necessary, but this is coming up for a change. It says here, you're at an impasse. Your intuition or your spirit has told you this experience is not a supportive one, but your passions, fears and needs, the red rose, keep you from listening. You've tried to bring the two together, but what's happening is in the relationship is not compatible with your spirit's view for you, but this is changing. There is something that you are bringing into being, that you are looking at that sort of irresistible force, immovable object situation going on, and that is changing. But you've just got to have strength because you need to trust your intuition. I'll hold it to the other camera. Trust your intuition because for the time being, yeah, the answers are indeed up in the air. There is something where you need to gain some perspective to it. It's going to take time with that submission to the higher order. But with the way that things are changing, with you being able to say, you know, I want this, there is commitment coming to you, definitely. And there is you being committed to a person or a project once you have set your course, once you have reacted to that whole Apocalypse Now business. And I should call the reading Apocalypse Now by Air Freshener, shouldn't I? Once you have navigated that course, or while you have navigated that course, even in the middle of that, you want to be able to go, right, I want to go this way, because this way, this direction is where, it's not just that I will be heard, it is where my voice is useful. But that will bring you eventually to a whole new level. You can do this. There is abundance and fertility abound ready for you. There's not a lot else there to say. Good luck navigating this. Do not lose hope. There is good things coming. So, if this means anything to you, Libra, comment down below. Press subscribe while you're there if you would. I'd be very grateful. I'm a young channel. It helps. And join the Facebook group. There's a link down below. You can actually talk to me directly there. Well, you can talk to me in the comments directly, but even more directly, like personal message. And get more effective notifications of when I release videos. I also post all my astrology videos on there. Now, I don't know when your next reading is going to be or which reading is going to be your next reading. This is all dependent on what my schedule is allowing because, like everybody, my schedule is up in the air. I may well have a lot more time on my hands than I think. Then again, I may well not. So stay posted, stay tuned. Good luck. Cheers.